Guys, there's a man in the UFC, MMA, a world champion, at least they were, that we do not respect enough. We do not give the respect that I believe he really deserves. And I'm going to tell you why exactly now. This man has relentless pressure, insanely good cardio, insane fighter IQ, and has an unquestionable heart, bro. And come to think of it, we did not appreciate him enough while he was champion. I mean, he wasn't champion for long, and I'm pretty sure now you almost know who I'm speaking about. But man, come on. You're forgetting that this man is known for his relentless pressure. People called him boring. People said all this stuff that they yapped about. But man, you have to respect the pressure that he put on. You have to respect the insane cardio that he put on. And he's like glued to you constantly. Like there's no space. He leaves no space for you to do anything. He has an insanely good fighter IQ, man. People don't respect that. People don't mention that about Bilal. He has a really good fighter IQ. And that's not something that people mention a lot about him. But I think it's so important to mention. This man dominated people like Gilbert Burns. He dominated them. He dominated, in my opinion, former champion Leon Edwards, who knocked out Kamaru Usman, who dominated almost Kamaru Usman in the second fight. Third technically. He's dominated massive names. Knocked out Sean Brady, bro. This is not an easy fighter. He's got a really high, and he's really smart when it comes to fighter IQ. We'll talk about what happened last fight. But man, and also I want to mention this. He also walks out with a Palestinian flag. And in my opinion, that was like what he symbolizes, what he stood for was beautiful. And is beautiful. He's not over yet. I think he's coming back. I genuinely do. And I think he's going to win the championship again. He's got unquestionable heart, bro. So he fought for something so much bigger than himself. You could tell in the last fight, he did not get knocked out. He was fighting till the last breath. He was not resolving himself to losing. He was fighting till the last breath. He went out like a warrior, man. I disagree completely with what he did, in my opinion, in regards to the game plan that he went in. I don't think this was a game plan. Unfortunately, I really do. He was trying to prove a point. And when you reach this level of greatness, which not a lot of people reach, when you reach this championship level material, you almost want to prove something. Not just to you, to the people, to yourself also. I think Bilal went out there and he was like, I can strike. And I want to show the world against a top level striker. I'm gonna strike. I'm gonna knock him out, or I'm gonna win on points. I don't think that was smart. Unfortunately, I do believe he's got a really high fighter IQ, but we all fall to we all fall to our lower self sometimes, and I believe that's what happened with Bilal in this case, and I do believe he wasn't trying to wrestle. People say, oh, it's JDM, he was stuffing the takedowns. No, he wasn't. He really wasn't, bro. Like, come to think of it, yes, his takedown defense was okay. It was good. But Bilal never shot, I think, up until, like, round 3, bro. He never shot. Never shot. Which, to me, is crazy. It's just, like, he was trying to prove a point. Now, when you're shooting past round 1 and 2, you get into a different situation. It's not like you're shooting from the get-go and exhausting them like Khabib, for example, or like Bilal used to do. No. When you're shooting from like round 3 onwards, it's different. And I'll tell you why it's different. It's different because you're so sweaty at that point. You haven't, at that point, JDM was fresh. He wasn't really that tired. So Bilal is used to pressuring guys to the point of exhaustion, so that when you reach round 3, 4, and 5, what ends up happening is they're so exhausted, even if they're sweaty and it's easy to stuff a takedown, they can't really prevent it. It's inevitable at this point. But because Bilal didn't wrestle early on, in my opinion, what ended up happening was he could not really get those takedowns in the later rounds because the guy was really sweaty. He was still fresh relatively, so he could escape the takedowns. It wasn't the usual game plan that we see from Bilal. Disappointing fight, but I think he's a wonderful person and an amazing champion. And he's got really high fighter IQ. And I think he's coming back, bro. I really do think he's going to be champion again. Let me just mention before I leave you guys today, his heart again, not questionable, bro. He fought Gilbert Burns injured. He had like a serious ankle injury. He still fought and dominated. And dominated. This is not someone who's easy at all. And I think that heart is difficult to come to defeat. You know, Leon Edwards as well, the first fight. Do y'all remember what happened? The eye poke. He came back from that, bro. Like, to me, dude, I once got eye poked, like, trying to get a takedown on a guy. And ever since I've been, like, hesitant trying to get takedowns, because it's like, oh my God, because it went really deep, man. Like, it turned my whole eye black. It was horrible. But still, like, this guy, he cannot be stopped, bro. And I think this is why he's dangerous. I think he's more dangerous now. I think he's gonna come back and he's gonna do an insanely good job at coming back. And he's never afraid. Like, that's the last thing I want to say. He's never ever afraid to fight anyone, any place, anywhere, how, whatever happens, he's down to scrap, bro. This is my 2 cents on Bilal Muhammad, and hopefully we see him come back. And I think he's an unsung hero champion, honestly. Champion in life, champion in the cage, and I really hope to see him come back. And yeah, can't wait for that. And I'll see you guys next video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.